Mo, how did you like your group's ability to generate turnovers and convert them to points, especially in the second half?
I love it. I mean, that's who we are. Got to get back to that. That's our identity. I think we kind of somewhat lost that a little bit, and I think that's kind of the base on which we have to build what we do. So, of course, every time we can kind of win a game like that in the third or fourth quarter, I think it's a great step in the right direction.
As we inch closer and closer to the All-Star break, just how important is it for you guys to be able to stack wins like this to have a great end to the first half going into the All-Star break in the second half of the year?
Yeah, absolutely. You want to, I mean, we always joke with Des and I always joke about it. Like you can't wait not to see each other for a couple of days, you know. But you want to go into that break with a good feeling. It's much needed for everybody to spend some time with their families, get away from the business a little bit, and enjoy life for 4 days or whatever it is, and then get back with a good mindset. And the more important, I mean, as important as that is, the more important it is to have a good vibe going into that break and be excited to come back and kind of have some momentum going into that.
After the first couple quarters, I understand that you were very frustrated with the calls that you guys weren't getting or in the missed shots that was going in. So later, towards the end of the game, how did you manage to keep your composure and rally the team and the fans in order to secure the win?
Listen, I think there hasn't never been a game where no team has been not frustrated with the referees. It's a very tough job for them. I think it's worth mentioning that. This is like everything in life. Wherever you put your energy, it will turn around for you. So it's kind of on us to make that decision. You know, you can complain all the time. That's the easiest thing to do, and sometimes that's human too. But at the end of the day, our intention is to win, not to be right towards Mark Davis. Like, I want to win a basketball game, and they have a tough job. Like, I watched basketball for a whole year, and I wasn't happy with every call, but you see it from a whole different perspective. It's very difficult. Nobody wants to do that, get yelled at for 48 minutes. So I respect that a lot, and I always try to remind myself, too, when I talk to them, be respectful, even though you're emotional. And then kind of channel that energy into defense and rebounding and the little things.
Jaren and Laurie Markkinen were giving you guys issues 27 and 22 points. What were they doing so well that was confusing your defense, and how can you improve, especially against bigs down the stretch of the season?
Yeah, I mean, they're good players. I think Laurie is having a heck of a season. I think their coach puts them in great positions to score too. I think they do something very differently offensively where it's really difficult to guard because you don't see it much. All of them kind of understand the game really well. So whether you switch or not switch, they understand where to put themselves in order to get an advantage towards the basket. And then obviously you want to take that away so the three-point shot is open, and they're all very skilled. So they do a really good job of putting their best players in a position to be successful. And obviously they're super skilled. But some of these shots, like that Jaren, that's why he's so good. Like, you got to live with him. You're not going to take everything away. That guy has an incredible touch around the rim. You can't be mad at every shot he makes. I think in the second half we did a much better job.
Kind of on that, the game really turned in that third quarter when you kind of dug out that offensive rebound or knocked the ball out of bounds off Utah to off the missed free throw, and then sparked that kind of 15-2 run. How important are those energy plays to kind of getting that feeling back and kind of building the snowball to make runs like this?
Yeah, I mean, you kind of said it. I've made the experience that one comes after the other. You know, you can't expect great offensive games and great turnarounds if you kind of don't try to change the temperature in the game. So you have to do that. It doesn't promise you anything that you make shots. It doesn't promise you that you make that you get stops. But you got to start somewhere. So to me, that was kind of like going out of that timeout. I was like, okay, well, we got to try now, because if we don't try now, we're probably not going to win. So creating like a spark, it's kind of been my MO. That's how I clawed myself back into the league. So yeah, I'm trying to get my swag back too. So that's kind of a way of doing that, you know, helping the team out. And then we're so talented. Once we have a certain momentum and swagger, I think we're just rolling, and we get in stops, and we care, and we're really hard to score on.
Mo, coaches
preached consistently throughout his time here about playing with joy and, using that to kind of build the energy that you guys have. And how difficult is it to be doing that during this stretch where things may not have gone your way every game, or you're kind of fighting to win these games? Is the whole team, have they lost a little bit of that joy, or what can be done to maybe bring that back if it's been gone?
Listen, I mean, you said that. I like everywhere in life, when you lose, it sucks. When you win, it's great. So that's the end of the story. And we haven't played our best basketball, probably. There's plenty of reasons for that. But the beautiful thing about the league is you have 82 games. You don't just have 30. So there's plenty of NBA teams in the past that haven't had that season that they were expected to have, and then kind of turned it around towards the end. And I think that's the mindset. And it's on us players to kind of come up with that, because we are out there. So I think everybody got to kind of make a decision whether we come to work and do our routine and do that with the right mindset, and then come to the game, do that with the right mindset, and see if the result works out, or if we just kind of put our heads down and somewhat, I don't know, how do you want to call it, but like surrender to the circumstances, and I think after the All-Star break, after we kind of rejuvenated our mind a little bit and recharged, we will not surrender.
Mo,
I thought it was kind of like a dope
Sorry.
last word. No, I'm just kidding. Do your thing. Okay, like amen. Yeah, preach. Come on, don't ruin it. No, I'm just kidding. Go do your thing. Do your thing.
and to make it worse, I've got 2 questions.
Oh, that's your job, man.
How does a team that has been as successful with its identity of getting stops and then making offense off those stops lose that identity for even a period of time?
Oh, now you're asking questions. If you have the answer, let me know. I mean, that's part of the grind too. The main reason why it's so hard to win in this league is because it's really difficult to stack up days for that long. Obviously, energy takes a lot. Defense takes a lot of energy too. So you guys have to be super disciplined, super consistent, super healthy to do that over a long stretch. And it's also not like we're playing football where you have 2 sides of the ball. The offense affects the defense and the other way around. So I think all these factors kind of play in here. And again, it's on us players too to we got to develop. Like, we're a young team, but that doesn't mean, and we're really good and most of us are paid, but that doesn't mean that it just stops. Like, the league is getting better and we got to get into the gym. We got to work. We got to develop, and that nothing is given to you, So the window is very short in this league. And I think that's kind of a growing process we're going through. But we kind of got to embrace that too, because that's the privilege of this. That's not easy, and we're still here. And I kind of think that's fun. That's awesome. So that's kind of the mindset going into the gym every day.
Given that you missed 13 months, how much did it mean to you? I know you care more about the team than yourself, but how much did it mean to you for you to be at the center of the energy rush that put you guys back into the game tonight, and to be key to that?
Yeah, I mean, you just said, of course, the team is first, and I don't want to be selfish, but I mean, it's addicting, dude. Like, that's what I do. That's what I love to do. And your perspective changes when you can't do what you love to do for a long time. So, of course, that does something for me. It gives me great deal of confidence. It gives me a great deal of joy. That I kind of found a way back there, and gives me a great motivation to continue to do that consistently as well, and that we won this even better. Thank you. Have a wonderful Sunday.